Hello everybody, don't mind me, I'm just seeing if this tortilla will fit into a springform tin. Yes it will, it's quite snug, isn't it? Okay, we'll come on to that in just a jiffy. Today we are doing a monstrosity. In fact, we've already started. In the oven right there is some chicken baking away. I'll tell you about it in a moment. I have just literally, as I say, been just hounded to do this recipe. I really didn't want to do it, but it's just this like horrendous 4-way pizza thing that's kind of like stoner food, which, I don't know. I mean, they're quite fun to do from time to time, but I mean, this is really taking the biscuit. I think the first thing I saw of it was Twitter when someone posted it, and it seemed like it'd take like 24 hours. In fact, it doesn't take that long, but it just seems so unnecessary. If you're wondering what it is, whilst the dog's sort of sunbathe in the background there, it's called a pizza quesadilla, right? So that actually has already existed before, that concept, and that's actually pretty nice. I haven't done it on the channel yet, but you just basically make a quesadilla and then bake the top like a pizza, and it's probably amazing. You already know, but this thing, let me just bring you up to speed. About an hour or so ago, I was around the supermarket buying my ingredients like I normally do. I was actually anticipating it to be a lot more expensive than it was, but you know, it's quite a lot of stuff.
That is a very cool basket. I think this is the most expensive recipe I've done in years.
Well, all of that in there, it's quite a lot of food. That surprised me. It's come to £32, which is actually, people normally ask me how much do I spend on shopping. It's about the same amount. So, I don't think it's going to be the same amount in calories, though. Yeah, there's actually quite a lot here, and I even decided to just buy the ranch dressing rather than make my own, but I got a lot to do. So yes, I get home and I think, well, this first step of baking the chicken takes an hour. I'm just going to do that, and then we'll get ready in the meantime. Mr. Bean wasn't even up then. So I started off by making a marinade, grabbing a big old mixing bowl, shoving in some paprika, maybe a little bit too much if I'm being honest. Oops. Adding in the cumin, some mustard powder, some oil, brown sugar, chili powder, which came out in clumps, but I was alright about that. A good old sprinkle of salt. I ain't doing Salt Bae today, I was gonna save my energy. And pepper. And with that, we mix it all together and you make a kind of like nice sort of tangy marinade. It's all good, but then you shove in 6 chicken breasts. Now, I'm not sure if the tortillas here in the UK, because it was a UK website that originated this recipe, are bigger or something elsewhere, because I feel like that's way too much chicken for this. But anyhow, we're stirring the marinade all over that chicken to stain it, kind of like a fake tanny kind of vibe, just completely transform it. And in fact, it actually looks a lot more appetizing now, but it's raw. So of course you don't eat raw chicken, oh no. Pour it down onto your baking tray and then shove it in there to bake, which it's doing right now.
Keep your eye on that, yeah?
Got about another 20 minutes to go for an hour. That on its own, shredded up, which we're going to do, will be bloomin' stonking. You know, put that in a tortilla, something like that. It doesn't stop there. It doesn't, that's right. So down there it's going to come out. We're going to shred it out, and then we're going to mix it with some other ingredients, bacon and stuff. We'll come on to that as well. It's then going to get compressed in that tin that you saw with cheese as a quesadilla concept, which then gets chilled. Are you still with me? We then slice that up into wedges. We then dunk that in batter and fry it. So we're frying the wedges of chicken stuffed quesadilla stuff. And it doesn't stop there. No, because once you've got your evenly battered triangles, I'm not sure about that actually. My oil tends to darken quite quickly, so you might get different colours of shades. 50 shades of pizza quesadilla, if you will. We then do the pizza element of this. We put the triangles back together. We're going to top it and then cook it as a pizza. This is insane. I've worked out that this recipe is actually over 8,000 calories because there's other things to factor in, like the ranch dip. I'm not making that from scratch. When I was buying all my ingredients, I'm like, no, I'm just going to buy the ranch. You know, what, buy the ranch? Should I buy a ranch? I can't afford a ranch. But there's things like when you fry things, the oil which goes into the breadcrumbs, all of that's not really factored in there either. It's a lot in that little tin. So we've already started. We'll wait for this chicken to be done and then we'll move on. So I'm just kind of doing like little menial tasks in between while waiting for my chicken to cook. I'm cutting up some baking parchment now for the tin, top and bottom of it. When the chicken comes out, we'll shred it, of course. And the only other bits that go in with that, some barbecue sauce. I've got a red onion, spring onion, and some cooked bacon that we just chuck in and chop it up. So yeah, when I first looked at this recipe, it's kind of like the calm before the storm. I'm waiting for some craziness to happen. I think it's just a lot of waiting. Apart from the frying, that's going to be pretty scary. I hate frying. I've got to say, it smells blooming stonking in here. Let's get out the oven. Whoa! Oh, baby! Just looks like Cajun chicken and smells like it to me as well. I would be happy leaving it as is right now. A little bit of rice and pea with that. Rice and pea. Nice. Oh no. Got the big old bowl that we made the marinade in earlier, giving it a wash up, and it's going to be reunited. Oh. Alright, this chicken is still a little hot, so I apologise if it steams the camera up. But all I'm going to do is start to shred it, kind of like a poor man's Wolverine, with my forks. There we go, look at that, shredding up, getting those strands. And actually, pulled chicken is a really nice alternative to pulled pork from time to time. Alright, there we go. I've left a couple of chunky pieces because I quite like that, and it'll break down anyway as we mix in our other ingredients. So there are those spring onions, chopped red onion, and the bacon, and the barbecue sauce. Now, this is actually one of my dream things. My favourite pizza, people always ask me that, is a barbecue chicken pizza where the base is a barbecue sauce. I've done that on the channel before. Absolutely love it. So this right now for me is a really good thing. You know, I mean, as horrible as some of these like Frankenstein recipes are, if it gets some people excited about the world of food, then, you know, it's a start, because we are actually making quite a nice little chicken dish here. But the thing we need to remember is that this is technically like the crust. Okay, our springform tin with the baking parchment inside. At the bottom, in goes the tortilla. Okay, nice. That's nice and snug in there. Brilliant. Okay, and now down goes a mix of cheeses. This is red Leicester and cheddar combined. My little old tin there, I suddenly realised that this is a lot of filling. I'm not going to use all of that. I'm going to, yeah, I don't think I'm going to. I'm going to knock my camera instead. I mean, we're still going to fill it. That was a chicken pun. But we're not going to go too crazy. So I reckon I could probably put about half of this in and have some amazing fajitas with the kids for tea tonight. Well, actually, I don't think I'm going to be wanting dinner. And I don't know if they're going to be wanting this, to be honest. I'll tell you what, it's got to be compressed down, so I am going to probably need a bit more. There's a few little dents in it. I don't know, I'm quite close to using all this up now, actually. The fajita dream is gone, folks. Oh no, I've forgotten how deceptively big that bowl is. There's still enough there. I'm going to leave it at that. That's quite a lot of filling in there. All right, so what I'm going to do is grab some more of that cheese, and this will help level it out as well. Now the steps we're doing next aren't to actually warm it, which I thought would help because the cheese could act as a glue and bond the tortillas together, but obviously no. So people have thought better than that. We put our tortilla, our other one, on top. Oh, there we go, look at that. And just for the time being, another piece of baking parchment. And apparently, we need to put something on this to compress it. So what I need you to do is get a pug or your animal of choice and it needs to sit on the pan for the next hour. In fact, that's something you probably want to do, wouldn't you? Huh? No. Okay, so this saucepan, it's got a fairly good flat, even edge. Some bowls that I had just have like a little smaller circle, which would just put pressure in the middle. So by having a pan that's a fairly similar size, circumference, and all that stuff, of that, we can give it a little squish down. And now we stick it in the fridge for an hour with that weight on there. I think I'm going to put it in the freezer for like 15 minutes, all right? Shh. All right, folks, so life update. It doesn't fit in my freezer, so I am going to have to wait for an hour for that to chill in there. I've filled the pan with water to add more weight to just help press it down. So, we'll see you in an hour. Okay then folks, that's nearly been an hour in the fridge. I've just got a little dunking station there of flour that I've seasoned with a bit of pepper in there, some beaten eggs and the breadcrumbs. So I was going to start to heat my oil with the pan, But the pan that I normally use to fry is now squishing the chicken mixture. So we'll wait another 5 minutes, get it out, cut it into wedges, and start this off. Look, see? I need this to fry. It's nice and cold. Oh yeah. Yeah, that feels good. I'm scared. I had a hesitation moment there. Oh, okay. Well, that's not too bad. It's a little wet. I mean, how good does that look anyway? I think we should just leave it at that. But it is holding its shape. Apart from that bit wanting to come out. Okay. Alright. That's a little bit messier than I thought it was going to be. See, some of them, like that, have held their shape really, really well. Well, in fact, they all sort of have. But I want to be just a little extra careful by freezing it, or at least keeping it cool whilst I get my oil warm. Okay, yeah. We're still there. This feels really wet. We're going to dry it out when we fry it with flour, but... yeah. Okay, so they are in the freezer firming up. I've got to say my confidence in this recipe now has shot right down to the bottom of the barrel, but we're going to get the oil hot, and I think I'm going to do them in batches, keeping the rest in the freezer, using the flour as much as possible to dry them out, and seeing what happens. Oil on. Okay, so the oil is just about ready now. I've got a wire rack with some kitchen towel to absorb up the slices. And of course our dunking station ready. So I'm going to try and do one. If I can nail it, we'll do the rest. Boston, what do you think, mate? Confident? Okay, of the dunking station, it is the first dunk that I feel is going to be absolutely critical here, because the flour, you see that, is hopefully going to dry out those wet edges and just basically stop everything moving. To be honest, it seems to have done a good job there. Quite happy with that. Now the egg wash. Okay, some people double dunk this, but I'm not going for that today. And that, to be fair, has actually sealed that in as well. Okay, and I'm gonna sit it into the crumbs and use my dry hand, take my strong hand to sprinkle all over and coat it. Okay, on a fish slice, I'm gonna slowly lower it in. I really, really hope this works. Here goes nothing. Oh, I'm feeling pretty good about this, okay. Oh, look at that. Oh, look at that. Oh, wow, okay. Down you go. Oh, I've just got to do that 5 more times. Yeah, so I'm not gonna, when I put my tripod like that, it's like this. I'm a big believer in not really doing frying and filming at the same time. So I'll show you me putting down, hopefully, the last one. Oh my gosh, that was tricky. But I think we're still there. There we go. Surely you would feel with 6 battered quesadilla barbecue chicken slices that you are done. But oh no, it goes on the pizza tray now. We actually turn it back into what it thinks is a pizza. Yep, so in the world of pizza, that all we've just done there, like I said earlier, is just the crust. And now it's kind of like a jigsaw puzzle. You see? So it's a little wider now because it's got the crust on it, obviously. But now we're just putting some tomato on. What is this? This is crazy. Mozzarella. I'm just going to stick some pepperoni. Just going to tear it up and stick it on each bit. So now we just shove this monstrosity under the grill just to melt through the cheese and warm it through. I was getting a bit bored waiting for my grill to warm up, so I decided to redo the pepperoni, but actually cut it with some scissors to make like proper disc shapes. So hopefully that looks a little bit more pizza-ish now. All right, just a little heads up. I hardly ever use my grill because it is evil. It is a really strong, powerful grill, so I'm going to keep my eye on this massively. All right, let's try that. And it goes. I am literally going to sit here and watch like this because after all this work, I do not want to burn it. It's time to get that out. The smells coming from that oven are absolutely bonkers. Ooh! Oh! Oh my gosh! It's like almost like a freshly baked tortilla kind of smell coming off it. Oh. That's it now. That's the steps done, okay? The last step is to mange. Is it weird to sort of be more interested in what it looks like inside rather than what it tastes like? Here we go. Gonna slice right through it. Oh my gosh. It's kind of exploded. Oh. Ow, it's still hot. See all the chicken there in the layer? The tortillas clinged to our crispy coating. The cheese, I completely forgot about the cheese. Wow. It's barbecue pulled chicken in a quesadilla, deep fried, then served as a pizza. The pizzadilla. I don't know what the big dia is, but I'm going to mange now. We're going to mange. Ha, ha. Oh, how hot that is. Oh, wow. I'm supposed to be dipping this in ranch dressing. I don't feel it needs it, but no harm in trying. Oh my gosh. Maybe it's to cool it down. Oh, that is naughty. Jeez. Blimey, by the power of Grayskull, there is just too much going on in that. I absolutely love it. I'm not going to lie, but like I said at the start, there's probably a lot of calories in that. So I'm going to go for a bike ride almost immediately after I finish editing this. But it's given me an idea just before we go. This is just the concept of someone's idea that they've come up with of, pizza quesadilla mixed together. Do you have a bonkers suggestion? Let me know down below what it is. If it's in the comments on the YouTube video, if you like it and you see it yourself, give it a like so it appears near the top of the comments and I'll pick it out and I'll do it in about a month's time. So come up with something crazy, give it a name if you want, and whichever one has the top comment, as long as it's not really weird, I'll do it. Bye!
Check your level, player. No matter what your style, the kitchen's for me. Simon's moustache, goatee, maybe all three.
What is this?
Surprise! Basically a big old quesadilla
Okay.
that's been fried and then turned into a pizza.
Oh my goodness.
Go on. I can't explain. I can't understand what you're thinking.
That's really nice.
It is, isn't it?
Really nice.
I'm just trying it.
I knew you liked the pepperoni, mate, yeah.
Really, really nice, but I don't want to like it because it's so fattening.
It's very naughty.
Wow. That is really good.
Really nice.
What, you like it?